Okay, so earring fell off. We'll leave that off. Good morning again. We are getting ready to go live. Just give us a few minutes and we will start the show. Amen to that. All right. We're getting ready. Just hold tight. We are coming. You like rainy days? He said he like rainy days. You like rainy days?
You know what? When I'm tired, because I can sleep really well when it's raining.
Oh, wow.
Especially at night when I'm having a little anxiety and I can't sleep. But yeah, I do.
Gotcha. Sure. I like them. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, Facebook, just hold tight. We are coming. Yes. That's right. Amen. Amen. So I have to. You think I should just leave it, Jacqueline, and just let it play?
Yeah, just let it play. It's okay.
Okay,
We're getting
all right,
ready to go live. We're
getting
not
ready to go
quite
live.
live yet, guys. But give us a minute. They're just wrapping up some commercials, and once those commercials are finished, we will be live.
And while we're waiting to go live, here's a question that if you all have any questions, put them in the comments and we will be sure to address them on our next show. So definitely put your questions in case you have any real estate questions.
Bring it down a little, Karen, because you do sound a little muffled. A little when you talk.
Last? All right, Jacqueline said bring it down. Good morning. I am Dr. Karen Lewis. Is it time for me? All right. I'm all the way live. All right. Again, I'm Dr. Karen Lewis on the Real Estate Radio Show. Thank you for joining us this morning on this beautiful rainy day. It is still all good, even in the midst of that beautiful rain. I want to give you my contact information, 954-248-9149. I am talking through this mask today, and I hope you can hear me. And if you decide that you want to call in, the phone number is 1-888-599-9626. And all my social media, K1 Realty Group, is K1 Realty Group. You can also join us live on K1 Realty Group today. So stay tuned. We have such an awesome show for you. And I'm going to turn the mic over to my co-host, Jacqueline. What's going on, Jacqueline?
Nothing much but the rain. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Williams. I am an agent at K1 Realty. Thank Dr. Lewis for that awesome introduction. If you need to reach me, you can reach me at 770-256-1080, or you can reach me www.jacquelinesaleshomes, that's homes with the S, @gmail.com. And now we're going to start this great show, and I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Lewis.
I hope they can't even see my smile today, Jacqueline, all the way live.
No.
But it's okay. All right.
But look like an alien, but that's okay. We all do right now.
This is the norm. Everybody hadn't accepted the norm, but I have accepted the norm, and I'm gonna ride with it until they tell me it's a new norm. But today, the norm is for me to wear my mask, and it's on. But let's start the show. All right, so I want to talk about two virtual events that we're going to have this week. July 22nd. Our first one, it starts 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's with National Association of Real Estate Brokers of South Florida. We're going to talk about topics on discussing information that's going to help you protect your rental deal. Some of the topics include what happens if you don't pay your rent as a tenant, what to do before accepting a rental deal, ways to bounce back with the tenant. So we're going to talk about all those questions that some people just don't know the answer to. If you are a landlord, if you're an investor, even if you're a real estate agent or you're a tenant yourself, you can make sure that you join us July 22nd. Our second virtual workshop is planning for your prosperity, creating a financial plan for you.
Awesome.
And I know all of us need a financial plan. For those who don't have one, and for those who have a financial plan, we can always tweak it some to make it better, because the key is we always want to make sure that we're building generational wealth and we're leaving our children's children an inheritance.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that July 22nd. If you're interested, call me, because it is a must that you register for those events. My number, 954-248-9149. We're also going to go live on K1 Realty Group Facebook page for the financial planning workshop, because we want to put it out there in our community.
Yes.
And we don't want you to forget it. So if you want to join us, please join and register for the webinar, and invite your family and friends who you think may need this information. Now I want to just talk about a little bit about the market trends that's going on. I want to talk about the foreclosures. The first 6 months, just to give you a little statistics, the first 6 months in 2020, we have an all-time low of 165,530 properties that's under foreclosed. But last year, this time, it was down 44%. And 2 years ago, it was 54%. So I just did a 15 tracking, Jacqueline, and from 2020, it's 165,000. And when I look back at 2008, it was 1,000,003.
Wow.
So you can see that it's going down. And one of our reasons, and we all know this here, is due to the pandemic. Now, if we get an extension, then it may still go down. But here's the disadvantage, is that if you let the extension go, then we might get a whole tons of foreclosures. So we all want to be mindful of that and do everything that we can so that we can avoid foreclosures. We as a real estate agent, we want to sell houses, but we definitely don't want you to go in foreclosure if you can get the information and take heed to it.
Yes.
To save your home if
And
there's
they
any
can call
problems.
us. Definitely call us if you are about to get in a situation. Because guess what, guys? We have resources, and if we don't know who to get you to, we will get you to the right person to actually try to help you save your home or keep your home instead of going into the foreclosure.
Amen. Amen on that. Well, Jacqueline, give me a little bit, tell our audience what's going on in our community. We talked about foreclosures, so tell us a little
What's
bit.
going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Okay,
Go back.
all right.
Corona.
COVID.
All of that is going on in our community right now, guys. And it's very, very important that we stay safe. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and he was just telling me about how he ended up with corona, and everyone in his family that he hasn't even had any contact with had ended up with the corona. And he was saying to me that, wear your mask. He was saying, I wave outside. I can't even go hug or touch my mom because I'm positive. And he said, I feel so bad because I'm a person that always goes see my mother. So I was like, wow. And I thought about that, and I said, you know what? My sister is preaching being safe. And here I am. I'm really listening to her, but I'm not listening to her.
Wow.
But it's very important, guys, that we stay safe. It's very, very important that we wear our masks. You know, they're uncomfortable for me as well. You know, I don't have one on this morning, but Dr. Lewis has one on. But it's very important that we wear those masks. And now it's mandatory in Miami
Right.
that you wear those masks.
Jacqueline, I keep about 10 masks in the car with me. I'm not playing. You know, I see
That's
people,
awesome.
they're partying, talking about they're betting on who can get coronavirus faster than the next. And the reason that you keep hearing
Amazing.
people preach about it, keep hearing people talk about it, is because it's serious. And then sometimes I'm hearing people say it's a hoax. It may be whatever it is, but people are dying at the end of the day, and we don't want to be in that number.
Yeah, and our rates, guys, they are going up tremendously. When I tell you they are going up tremendously, we are in that epic that New York was in. People are not dying as much, I think, because we're wearing masks and we're a little safer. But guys, we gotta stay safe. I mean, you know, they're talking about now the school system and our kids, what they're gonna do, whether they're gonna go virtual, whether they're gonna go some parts school and some parts virtuals. They're taking
Right.
actually numbers to see where we're going. You know, by next week they should know where they're going. But guys, it's affecting the young kids now. It's affecting everyone.
Right.
You know, so I don't know how you feel, Dr. Lewis, about people and kids going back to school right now. You know, I know parents have to go to work and you know, situations are going to be rough with having our kids not in school, because that's the outlet that a lot of adults look for daycare and care when they're at work. So how do you feel about that?
Well, let me say this, Jacqueline, in reference to how I feel about it. If the situation is just like it is today, or it worsens by next month, I don't think the kids should go back to school next month at all. I personally don't think so. Now, if it gets better and they come up with a system where it's going to be safe for people, then it's a different story. But again, now, if it was my child, would I want my child to go back? No. The kids, I'm hearing from the parents, they're ready, but they don't understand the importance of, you know, being separate so that we can continue practicing safe social distancing. You know,
Yeah,
so.
and it's important. I mean, I don't have school age kids right now, but I do have a grandson, and you know, I hate the fact that my daughter has to go to work, so she has to send him somewhere, and it's like I'm ready to just like fly up there and say I'll stay home with him, but you know, I can't fly up there and stay home with him. Right. So, you know, guys, we just really have to figure this out as a community, as a team, as a family. We have to figure this out.
And you want to care about the next person that's to you, you know.
Yeah.
You can be young and nothing is wrong with you, but again, it's happening to the younger people now.
Yes.
So, you know, just be mindful. Jacqueline, let me go. I always like to give the updates on the numbers. Let me give the numbers.
Yes.
In Miami-Dade County, we have 78,000 confirmed cases.
Wow.
1,270 deaths. In Broward County, we have 37,000 confirmed cases, 477 deaths. West Palm Beach, 24,300 and 659 deaths.
Wow.
This is serious.
It's
This is serious.
It's
So,
very serious.
you know, just be mindful. And if you have to talk, do like me. You can't show your smile, but you can be safe though, because you really don't want to die if you don't have to right now. Because when you do pass away, you go home to be with the Lord, then you're going to hit yourself upside the head because you could have just worn a mask. So we don't want that to happen to you. Amen.
No,
I don't want to preach to you, but be
Amen,
careful
though.
and
You
be
have to
mindful.
preach.
So Jacqueline, we're going to shift a little bit since we don't have a guest. We're going to be our own guest today, okay?
I'm okay
So
with
we're
that.
going to come at questions with, you know,
Okay.
us. If you have a question for me and I have a question for you, but our questions are to help people when it comes to purchasing a home. Even in this pandemic, people are still buying homes.
Yes.
So don't think that you cannot buy a house right now. We're still selling homes. So make sure if you're interested or you just need some information, then give us a call, 954-248-9149. And Jacqueline, I came up with some questions, and how I
Okay.
came up with the questions is because I do a lot of reading,
Mhm.
and these were some of the comments I would see people put on social media. So I decided to ask some of these questions, and again, you can answer or I can answer.
Okay.
Is there ever a time when you think people should hold off and not purchase a home, Jacqueline?
Oh,
Because people want to know that right now. Like, should I wait or
Oh.
should I buy now?
Guys.
That's going on right now.
do not wait. If you feel you want to purchase a home now. Interest rates are low. The market has not crashed, guys. They're predicting that the market is not going to crash. So all of you out there that's thinking, oh my God, I'm going to wait till the market crash to purchase a home. Not going to happen. By statistics right now, it's not going to happen. And people are buying. Right now, I'm quite sure you know, Dr. Lewis, there's not enough product. There's not enough homes on the market. So prices are going up. You know, people are buying houses and may have to pay a little more because there is not enough houses on the market, guys. If you want to purchase, stay ready to purchase when you're ready to purchase. I always say don't wait no matter what's going on because we never know what may happen, and real estate is always the best thing to invest in.
Right. And like we said on the last show, last year, this time, the purchase price on a house, the average property was $362,000.
Yes.
And now it's $375,000.
Wow.
So prices are going up.
Mhm.
And to piggyback off what you were saying, Jacqueline, is that I don't tell a person to wait because we don't have a crystal ball to say this is what's going to happen.
Right.
We can kind of predict, but at the
Right.
same time, if you can get approved for a house right now,
Buy a house.
if everything is in order, all your I's are dotted, all your
Yes.
T's are crossed, then now I would say it's the time for you to purchase a
Now
house.
is the time for you to purchase
And you
a
can
house.
afford it.
Yes.
Okay, so you and I agree on that.
We definitely agree on that.
So, because I want you to also keep in mind is that most real estate agents, we do what we call the best practices. So sometimes it's not that we're doing something wrong. Jacqueline could be doing something different than what I am, and that's Jacqueline's best practice. And so that's what we
Yes.
want to be mindful of when you do select a real estate agent.
Yes.
So we agree on that. Purchase
Yeah,
now.
definitely agree.
Now is the time. Jacqueline, question, and would you work with a client that wants to work with multiple agents? I'm putting her on the spot on that one.
She
okay?
definitely put me on the spot, guys, but with her putting me on the spot,
She's
I have
ready.
to respect my profession and I have to say no. If you're not gonna sign an exclusive buyer brokerage to work with me, I'm not gonna work with you. That's just how I feel as an agent. When you are out here working with multiple agents, it actually confuses you. It confuses the whole situation, guys. So let me tell you, no, I will not do that, Dr. Lewis. I feel I am a professional in my craft. This is what I am educated in. So therefore, I will not, once again, I will not work with you if you're working with multiple agents because I'm going to do my due diligence with you up front. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to have a consultation with you. I'm going to let you know all the ins and outs of purchasing a home. And by the time we finish with that consultation, you'll be excited, you'll be ready, and we will make sure that you have your dream home.
Okay, all right. So
What about you, though?
So two things I
Wait.
want to.
I'm going to ask you that same question. No,
Okay.
I'm going to throw you on the spot.
So it's fair that I answered the question
Yes.
too, because we said we do best practices. Okay, so let me back up. One of the reasons it's hard for a real estate agent to have a client that works with more is because we get paid only if we get to the closing table with you. If we don't get to the closing table with you and we can show you 500 houses and we don't make it to the closing table, then we get absolutely nothing. And so people should respect our professionalism, like you said. So I'm going to go back to answer Jacqueline's question. I would authorize it under one condition, and this would be my choice. Other than that, I would not. If my market is only, let's just use hypothetical, Pembroke Pines and Miramar, and under no circumstances am I going out of that area.
Okay.
And you want to purchase a house in Homestead, And if you decide that you want to work with an agent, we would write up a buyer's broker's agreement, and we would have that listed that if you work with that agent in Homestead, then that is fine. Because
Yeah.
I'm only going in Pembroke Pines and Miramar. I'm
Okay,
not
makes
all over the
sense.
place.
Right.
That's my specialty.
Yeah, makes
So,
sense.
I
Now
would-
that makes sense.
Okay, so, but if I'm gonna take you to Homestead, absolutely not. If I'm gonna take you places, then no. And
Yeah.
again, back what you said, a lot of times clients, one of the things, and no disrespect to clients, is that they'll have you pull properties, and then they'll have another real estate agent pull properties, and then they'll say, well, you pulled up me some houses, and the other agent pulled up me some houses, and you didn't. And if that's the case, because we have the same multiple listing service.
Yes,
If
we
that's
do.
the case, then what is happening is that there's somewhere down the line that the criteria is different on what they're
Yes.
searching for.
Yes.
That is the only reason you come up with different houses. Okay,
Yeah.
so be mindful when you're saying that you want to work with more than one agent. The truth of the matter, the best policy is to be honest. If that's something you
Yes, it
desire
is.
to do as a client, then disclose it to the agent, and you all can have that conversation up front when you do your initial consultation. And then you all will know if you're gonna have a win-win situation. And it's up to you at that time to make a decision on, is this the agent you want to work with or not? And the agent has the right to do the same thing
That
themselves.
sounds great.
Any questions for me, or I can keep going at it with you?
No,
I like asking
No,
questions.
I'm going to ask you a question. What are some of the questions that a buyer should ask when purchasing a home? I think that's important. What are some of the questions they should ask?
Here are some of the questions that they should ask. Is that, number one, how long has the property been on the market?
Important.
You want to know how long the property has been on the market, because you can use that as leverage. If the house has been on the market 4 months, then you want to ask the agent. Ask the agent. They may not know all the right answers, but they can give you some of the answers that come up as the reasons for the property not
Yeah.
being on the market. Maybe because the seller has the property overpriced. That could be one thing. And so with that that's why the property has been on the market. So it could be a few issues. Number one, ask how long has it been on the market. Ask the property taxes. Ask, has the seller had any renovations? Ask those questions.
Yes.
And then ask, are there any associations? Are there any special assessments if it's in a condo?
Very important.
So just
very, very
make sure that you start doing your research, because with the internet now, Jacqueline, we have so much information that
Yes.
we can ask and we can
Plethora
learn
of
about it.
information.
So, but just ask your real estate agents, just start asking basic questions. Even ask a question, well, how much are their utilities?
Yes.
You can ask that so you can have an idea. Ask them about the parking in that area. You can even ask them,
Important.
anything that you think that will help you make the decision on purchasing the property of your dream. So those would be some of the basic questions that you can ask. And as a real estate agent, I tell my clients to ask me any type of questions it is. Even if you have to ask me that same question all day long, ask me that question, because this is something that I do every day. The average buyer does not do this every day.
Right.
So just because I told them what happens in the first beginning doesn't mean that they'll remember.
Right.
So I start
That's
just
true.
telling them questions over and over again. And I welcome the question. But here's the kicker. My sister said this. My uncle said this. My friend said that.
Yes.
And that's great. That's great. I love those questions. But, and then, so when the agent comes and tell them something, then it's almost like, are you telling me the truth, or are you not telling me the truth?
And they're not the experts.
And here's what I do with that, Jacqueline. I say, let's get whoever is saying whatever, let's get them on the phone so that we can have a conversation with it.
Yes.
Because one of the things
Clear
is that
understanding.
when you deliver information, it does not always come back as the way it was meant to
That's true.
be understood. So I'll say, let's get everybody on the phone so that I can answer and clear all questions up and make sure you're comfortable.
Yeah, and that's good. And another thing, a lot of buyers like to lowball nowadays. Guys, that is not in this market right now. You cannot lowball. Actually, people are paying a little more for houses that are priced at a certain point because the demand, there's no demand, it's a high demand, and there's no properties out there. But that's why a great agent is going to make sure they do a CMA on that property so they can tell you what that property is worth. And that CMA stands for a comparative market analysis. They are going to do that to make sure that they educate you on what has sold in that area, what has expired, how long that house has been on the market, everything about that particular neighborhood within a mile radius. And that will educate you on not making a low ball. And if you're educated from the beginning, then you're going to know exactly where you and your agent stand with making a offer on that home.
Right.
Anything to add to that?
Yes, definitely. When there's a property that's listed for $400,000, and then you come to me as an agent to say put the offer in for $200,000, I will do it because that's my responsibility as an agent. But here's the problem with that is that if the property is ideal and you love it and you want that house, oh my God, it's your dream house.
Mm-hmm.
And the comparables, like Jacqueline said, if the comparables is 400,000 or in that range, then more than likely the seller won't take that property, take your offer for $200,000. But again, it is our job. We're going to go ahead and present that offer. And when you do want to purchase a house on the house that you love and that's your dream house, you probably want to be fair and make a strong offer on winning.
Yes.
I have people come to me and they said God told them that they can get a house for $200,000 that's listed at $500,000.
Wow.
And so my response to that, if God told you that, because he told you to choose me as your real estate agent, right?
Okay.
So if he told you to choose me, then he's know that I'm gonna go by my expertise.
Right.
So now with that, he's got to come to me and tell me that, because he's got to tell me where the house is at.
Let's give you confirmation, and that makes sense, because if not, then here it is, a seller won't think your buyer is really serious. And as an agent, sometimes, guys, that makes us look bad. I mean, we're supposed to present our offers, but that makes us look, a little indifferent when we're making a $200,000 offer on a $400,000 house, and you're not respecting where I am. Maybe you need to be in the $200,000 ranges. Maybe we need to consider, but you can't really go out. They can't really go outside their pre-approval guidelines anyway.
Right.
So.
And here's the thing with that too, to add, when you have a property listed for $400,000 and you present an offer because you want to play the negotiating game, the seller will come back and says you have insulted me.
Yes.
And now I am not going to even give you a response to that. Take that and put that in the garbage can. They're not going to even respond to that. So that's something that you have to look at as well. And all of those things, what we're talking about today is you having the right agent who can help you get through all of that, hold your hand, and educate you through each part of the process.
Yes.
Okay? So it looks like Jacqueline and I had some more questions.
Oh my God, and I had a lot of questions for you too. That
to be continued.
Oh my God, it went too fast today.
Wow. Any takeaway? So my one takeaway with this right here, if you have them, let the audience know. My one takeaway is you can purchase a home and make sure that you get the right agent for you. You have the opportunity to interview the real estate agent on who you want to work with.
And guys, with that being said, I'm going to say that I am your agent. Make sure you give me a call. My number is 770-256-1080, and you can reach me at Jacqueline Sales Homes, that's home with the S, at gmail.com. I will be glad to assist you in any real estate questions or needs you may have.
And thank you again for joining us. I had a ball today. I'm Dr. Karen Lewis with K1 Realty Group, your host on the Real on Real Estate Radio. Continue to join us every first and third Saturday at 11 a.m. And we're always live on K1 Realty Group Facebook page. And if you have any questions, call us, and we would love to work with you as our client. Make it a super, super Saturday, even in the rain.
Yes, super Saturday, guys.